United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moment of silence. Roll call.
Counselor Coast? Here. Counselor Matthews?
Here.
Counselor Uner?
Here.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Here.
Counselor Allen?
Here.
Counselor Fry?
Here.
All members are present. We have a quorum.
Motion to approve the previous meeting minutes.
So moved. Read me.
Motion made by Counselor Allen and second by Counselor Matthews. Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Counselor Matthews?
Yes.
Counselor Coast?
Yes.
Counselor Uner?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Start me.
Names of individuals wishing to address council. Don't see anybody out there. Glad you made it, Dave, because this might be a short meeting. 10 minutes later, you might have missed it. Okay, committee reports. Tree Commission.
On April the 10th, we met. We talked about marking and pruning trees at the Richard Mall property that we're going to be transplanting into the Biddle Park and along our streets. And we also discussed some plans for Arbor Day on April 25th at our primary and our middle school. Also on April 9th, we attended the Tree City Awards program in Kenton, Ohio, and the city was awarded the honor of Tree City USA for our 21st year.
Cool.
Missed a few things. You want me to pick it up? And
Just put down. I don't know what you talked about all those years, Don.
I don't. Come on, Rick, you're embarrassing me.
All right, moving on to safety and code.
Okay, I have a couple of reports here. On April 7th, we met with Chief Torbett to talk about the mutual policy aid agreement within the county. At that meeting, we really didn't have anything to move forward on until he had everyone's agreement throughout the cities. And then today we met again, and more or less the mutual police aid agreement within the entities is pretty much the same except for one addition, which would be no, it's the number 4 in the agreement. Yeah, it's the event that calling party has the ability to recover expenses from a third party for any, I guess, like if we had the train derailment the last time and there were expenses that needed to be covered. This is something that was added on to the agreement, and so far it looks like everyone is in agreement according to Chief. If you have anything else to add to that. And we would like to go ahead and get a vote on that to go forward for Tom to put in place for us.
Okay. I need a motion to accept the report of Safety and Code Committee as recommended.
So,
And then we had another meeting I do want to talk about just a little bit here with Tom. Well, no.
No, can we go forward? We have a motion to.
Oh, okay, go ahead and go vote on that.
I would second the mutual aid idea.
Motion moved by Counselor Matthews and second by Counselor Chamberlain. Is there any discussion?
I would just say that it's more than an idea. It is a very closely crafted and laboriously reviewed document. Just so the council knows.
He said something similar to that during our meeting.
let's see who worked on it.
I know it.
You gotta have something for my report later, okay?
You already gave it.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
Counselor Matthews?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Coast?
Yes.
Counselor Huner?
Yes.
Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Okay, and then added on to today we had a meeting with Town Hall to discuss the licensing procedures for electricians within the city, that they would be...
All the mechanic, electrical, heating.
You go ahead.
No, not just electrical. It's electrical, plumbing, and heating.
Okay, so more or less, town is asking that we would move forward on that, that we would request that all electrical, plumbing, and heating, contractors would be licensed in the state of Ohio code.
Is that known as HVAC, or is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Electrical,
Oh,
HVAC,
why
and
didn't you tell me
plumbing.
that?
Okay.
No,
I don't know.
all right. You were watching me
I was
mumble
just
through
gonna
the words.
We're having fun listening to you fumbling around.
And I was winging it, I didn't know.
But Tom explained to us during a committee meeting that this is gonna just level the playing field for anybody that's gonna do HVAC work in the city is gonna have to be able to provide proof of being state
Insurance
licensed.
and licensed,
Yeah.
or just licensed, more or less.
Yeah.
So,
How are you gonna enforce it, Tom?
When they come in to be registered, they'll show us a copy of their state license.
And if they don't register?
Then when they don't register, then we go out to the job site and we have them come in and register. Because the law already says that they have to be registered. We're not licensing them, we're registering them to work in town. Part of our requirement now will be they have a state license.
And you won't be able to catch them all. I mean, there'll be some residential property, electricians or plumbers or
they have to come in and get a permit
Contractors.
anyways to do this work, correct?
They're supposed to.
So if they come in and get the permit, we check the license.
No.
If they don't come and get the permit, then that's your job.
Then
if he could find
we
them.
look for them.
Right.
Okay. We have a motion to accept the report, safety and code as far as licensing all mechanical
Contractor.
contracts.
So moved.
So
Motion moved by Counselor Coast and second by Counselor Allen. Is there more discussion? Counselor Coast?
Yes.
Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Counselor Matthews?
Yes.
Counselor Hüner?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Moved on to department head reports. David?
Well, earlier this month, I had my first public hearing as required by the Citizen Participation Plan for Community Development Block Grant funding. Fulton County, or County Commissioners, is the lead entity for that grant money, which is under the Community Development Block Grant umbrella. Allocation program, grant money that has been allocated or set aside for Fulton County is $100,000. The downtown revitalization grant is separate but under the community development block grant. I just want to make that clear. We had a newspaper article that kind of got them a little intermingled a little bit, and I had to do a little damage control after that. But the community development block grant has several programs, several grants under different programs of community development, economic development. There's housing, and then there's other resources and other programs, like miscellaneous programs. The ones that our office, Fulton County Planning Commission administers are the allocation program, which would be your community development and economic development grants. Under those is revolving loan fund. Then also, I'm hoping to spearhead with approval and support from City Council the downtown revitalization grant, which is a separate $300,000 competitive grant, highly competitive grant. We did apply for it last year with the assistance of Glenn Grisdale with Reveille. I would like the support to be able to try to do that on my own this year. Again, I'd like to reiterate that it is highly competitive, so I can't guarantee approval, but I will do my best to submit a better application, garner support in the community. So,
And we don't know if that grant is matching funds or not.
no, there is the citizen participation survey that will be going out to downtown stakeholders will garner that matching support. It will help and leverage scoring, but it is encouraged, matching funds is encouraged. So I recommend
So through that application process, we can disclose what we could.
correct.
as a match.
So any in-kind match, any revolving loan fund, it's encouraged that revolving loan fund dollars be used. I know we have a large pot right now, so that money can be used as part of that grant for leverage funding, help with scoring and leverage on that application. So I just want to make sure that that's made clear. And we're all on the same page and I can garner that support to move forward with that application.
So we're talking about a competitive grant application that could produce $300,000, could produce.
Could, yeah,
Yes.
grant ceiling is $300,000. So as much match as we could come up with privately, in kind, or through city council, given approval for monies that we could use like through RLF. That's just going to help the scoring with that application. We just want to make sure that the stakeholders in the downtown target area, we're not going to be handing anybody a check. This is something that, you know, they label their participation, if they're likely to participate, or possibly how much, what's the range. That's what the survey is going to ask them. And then when we do get an approval on the application, if that does happen, that's when they say, hey, we're going to commit or not, and then we'll work with them and provide that match for what they put into. So,
What's the application deadline?
application deadline is June 20th, to be submitted by June 20th by 11:59 p.m. to Ohio Development Services Agency.
I think downtown's an important part of our city. I would like to make a motion that we offer our support to David through the application process of the downtown revitalization grant.
Absolutely.
You seconding?
Yes, there we go.
Motion moved by Counselor Chamberlain and second by Counselor Matthews. Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Matthews?
Yes.
Counselor Coast?
Yes.
Counselor Huner?
Yes.
Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Go get him, David.
Thank
Happy
you.
hand. Happy hand.
All right.
No business from the fire department other than a request to watch the open burning. We've had a lot of field fires out in the country here lately and a few in town. And just make sure everybody in town knows you cannot do any open burning in town whatsoever.
Fire pit?
Fire pits or seasoned firewood are the only thing you can have on fire.
Okay. 25 foot from any structure.
That is correct.
Chief Torben?
Just a reminder, Drug Take Back Day is coming up this Saturday from 10 to 2. We'll be at Rite Aid, Walmart, as well as here at the police department. Bring your pills, just Ziploc bags, no prescription bottles, no liquids, no syringes. We can't get rid of that, but we will get rid of any unused prescriptions for you. We've had a few people who already started dropping off at the police department. May 5th and 6th, we're going to be conducting a canine training here in Wauseon. We already have approximately 20 teams registered with a maximum of 30 teams coming from even as far as southeast Ohio. So, our Youth Police Academy will start out June 9th, as long as we don't miss any more school. That's going to be held, maximum 15 youth will be allowed, and we usually max out on the youth side of it. And June 9th is also the start of Safety City, so that will be starting. I have not heard counts yet, but we'll probably have 70 to 80 kids again this year for Safety City as well.
And Karen's still on board?
Karen is still on board.
Good for her.
What's the age for the youth academy?
14 through 18. If we still have openings, we allow 13-year-olds to come in.
Is there a cost for that, Chief?
Nope.
No cost.
It's all run by our department. And this year for the Citizens Police Academy, Sheriff Miller is asked to come on board with that, so we're going to be working in conjunction with the Sheriff's Department to put on a combined Citizens Police Academy. Instead of both of us having our own, we're going to put together one combined one.
Thank you. Tom?
We already discussed the licensing issue. Wednesday, there's a meeting for the Housing Advisory Committee for Henry Fulton in the city of Napoleon over in Napoleon. We're going to be discussing the possible CHIP grants and stuff for, this is a program that we've used in the past where people can have their houses brought up to code standards in town. I think we did about 3 this year. Maumee Valley Planning runs that, and this is just their annual meeting to get ideas of where to put these target areas to go. It's basically geared up for a low to moderate income, so. And that's basically it.
All righty, thank you. Jamie?
I have no new business.
How about the electronic water bills?
They are good to go.
Okay.
We have a link on our website that the residents can go to sign up, whether they want email. If they don't choose it, they'll still get a paper statement.
Anything else? Tom?
I gave half my
You
report.
right. You tooted your horn already.
I did. Shot my wad.
Okay. All right, moving forward, first reading legislation. Resolution 2014-5, authorizing the mayor to accept the conveyance by Brenner Properties LLP of a 4.091 acres parcel located at the southeast corner of Arrowhead Trail subdivision.
First reading.
Second.
Motion moved by Counselor Huner and second by Counselor Matthews. Is there any discussion? Counselor Huner?
Yes.
Counselor Matthews?
Yes.
Counselor Coats?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, Resolution 2014-5 passes on first reading.
There's no second, third reading. Any new business?
One thing, ARS is replacing those garbage tanks, so if anybody has them, check on the city website to see the locations. They were here in the city building last Thursday. So they're giving you a certain date to have them done by.
May 5th.
May 5th? Okay. So for those folks of you out there, get them replaced.
Is that on IMTV too?
Fred, where can they exchange them?
That'd be a good idea.
There was Circle K was another location on Shoot. I don't think they're coming back to the city building again. I think the only other location left now would be Circle K on Shoot.
Wow.
Or you can go to ARS and Archwell itself and do it too.
Okay.
She was in a cheap one there too, wasn't she?
But after May 5, the idea is that if you still have the pink tags, they're no longer good.
That's my understanding, so. Because I've heard some people say they didn't know anything about it. Well, it's been on IMTV, it's in the newspaper, and word of mouth, so.
Yeah, we'll find out May 6th.
Yeah.
Okay. Motion to approve the bills as presented.
So moved. Second.
Motion moved by Counselor Coast and second by Counselor Huner. Counselor Coast?
Yes.
Counselor Huner?
Yes.
Counselor Matthews?
Yes.
Counselor Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Allen?
Yes.
Counselor Fry?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion moved by Counselor Matthews and second by Counselor Coast for adjournment. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.